What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. This is Matt from Honor Your Health. I hope everyone is having a fantastic week. I just wanted to pop on really fast and talk about removal and recovery because I don't think people realize that you don't need to remove things to get healthy. Removing things is a band-aid, and it's not going to be a long-term solution, right? So I had a client come in today and he was complaining about strep. He had strep throat and he was complaining about how he had strep, he had lower back pain, all these things happening with him, right? And instantly he said, I have to get my tonsils removed because I'm tired of the pain. So I said, okay, totally get it. Like, you're clearly suffering and I don't want you to feel like that. And I just basically said, would you be open to a different approach? And he was like, yeah, I'm willing to try anything. And I said, okay, I'm going to test you really fast. Tested him and he tested for bacteria. What is strep throat? What is strep? Strep is a bacteria, you guys. Strep is a bacteria. So when you have bacteria and it's in your throat or in your sinuses or wherever in your body, and what's happening is that he's getting strep here, but is it here? Is the strep here and that's what's causing it? No, the strep is somewhere else. So you have to find the problem, right? What they're going to do if he were to go get a surgery is they're just going to scrape off that tonsil, get that tonsil out of there. He's going to be in recovery for a week, maybe. So out of work, completely out of work, right? And suffering, right? Or you can actually get to the root of the problem, not have to remove and recover, rather just recover, right? And get that stuff out of you naturally. And so I just said, if you're open to a new approach, I can just give you some supplementation and some homeopathy to kind of help that and to remedy that. And he was like, I'm open to anything. So sure enough, I tested him and found that there was some strep, actually, or not some strep, some bacteria in his maxillary sinus area, and that is directly connected to your sinus cavity, right, into the lymphs area, and that's going to go into the right. It's all building up, all into the face. So he's seeing it here into the tonsil, but really it's coming from here. He said he can't breathe, that he's been super congested, which makes sense, right? Most of America is super congested, right? So he just has a bacteria infection. That's really all that's happening. So I tested him for the frequency of bacteria, and I was like, all right, I have a lot of strong things here that can help get that out. He was like, sold, right? So not only did I just save this guy from hopefully needing to get surgery, I also helped him out of needing to recover, right? He's taking some herbs. He might have to be on the toilet for a little bit, but I'd rather you be on the toilet than be in recovery, right? And have not being able to work. So huge win, right? So just realize, you guys, that just because I am always about getting a different opinion, right? And just because someone says, oh, you have strep, guys, we all have strep. It's like cancer. We all have cancer cells in us. Are you turning them on or are you turning them off, right? We all have bacteria cells in us. Are you turning them on or are you turning them off, right? It's all on your lifestyle, right? And it's all on everything that we're being hit with every single day. So that's one thing that they're not going to tell you, unfortunately, and it sucks. But like, there's always a different approach. There's always an approach of not having to remove something in order to get you the result that you are desiring, right? And not suffering. That removal of the tonsils will only be a band-aid. That will come back because guess what? You still have strep inside of you. It's just a bacteria imbalance. You need to balance out the body. A symptom is only a body out of balance. So if you can get the body back in balance, guess what? You feel great. If your body's out of balance and out of whack, guess what? You have symptoms. That's literally how things work. Okay. So just wanted to come on really fast and just tell you, you don't need to remove things and then have to recover. You can go a different route. And just because your doctor says something, and again, I'm not a doctor, And I know that there's surgeries for, surgery helps for certain things. I'm not denying that, right? What I am denying is what I am saying is surgery should always be a last resort. Medication should always be a last resort. If you're living and surviving off medication, that should be a last resort. It should be like you have literally exhausted every single other possibility, and now I definitely have to go for that. It shouldn't be a done surgery tomorrow, boom. No, that's not normal. Like, no, who else does that? No other country does that. That's insane. Okay. There is natural health. Natural health is real health, right? Getting the body back into balance. It's so much easier and so much safer for you. So just realize there is an approach to getting you the result that you desire. You just need to be willing to kind of leave the paradigm that you've been totally bought into for so long. And it's totally understandable, totally fair, but just realize that there is another approach, and there are people like me and others that really want to help you get healthy. So if you're suffering with a symptom today or at all, which most people are, if you're suffering, we don't want you to suffer. Reach out, right? Reach out to me. We're, always accepting new clients. Reach out. Either through here or through my website, honoryourhealth.life. We would love to help, and just stop suffering. We don't need to suffer. We really don't. And, there's going to be a little pain involved with possibly with, but not as bad as what you think it is, right? A lot of people are, I've always heard clients say to me, I'd rather take the pain of taking a few herbs that are a little strong than sitting in a recovery table and then in bed for a long time, right? So you just have to pick your poison. And I shouldn't say that. You just want to pick your pain. Do you want to deal with being in a hospital? Fine, that's okay. No one's judging you, but I'm just telling you that there's another approach to getting healthy, and there's another approach to balancing out the body and to not band-aid every single thing that happens to you, all right? So with that being said, you don't need to remove, and you don't need to quote unquote recover unless your body is exhausted and needs recovery, right? So I hope that helps. I hope it brings you guys value. And like I always say, if once you start helping yourself, you help your family, you're helping your community further and further. So keep on keeping on, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much.